Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to share our vision. We are Lesson Flow, a team of educators, entrepreneurs, technologists, operations, and legal specialists united to solve a pressing problem, helping schools run efficiently so that teachers can do what they do best, teach. I'm Amy, a teacher myself, as well as Chief Partnership Officer, joined by Gare, CEO, Emmanuel, CTO, Samuel, COO, and last but not least, Nurain, CSLO. Together, we bring expertise in education, business strategy, software engineering, supply chain management, and legal compliance, a combination that uniquely positions us to deliver the solution. Today, we welcome strategic investors and collaborators alike to join us on this journey to transform school operations across the UK and beyond. Nearly 1 in 10 UK teachers leave the profession each year, the highest rate in a decade, and almost a quarter leave within the first 3 years. Schools cite high workloads, administrative burdens, and inadequate pay as key reasons. This is not just a UK issue. In the United States, about 8% of public school teachers leave annually, and nearly 20% of new teachers quit in their first year. In sub-Saharan Africa, the annual attrition averages 3 to 5%, with some countries like Rwanda only reaching 11%. Teachers spend countless hours managing equipment, reformatting print orders, rewriting lesson plans, and handling compliance, often across 5 to 10 disconnected systems. The result? Wasted resources, double bookings, disrupted practical lessons, and chaotic cover planning, which I can attest to, as well as my colleagues. This isn't merely administrative. It's a global crisis affecting teacher retention, school efficiency, and ultimately student learning. Lesson Flow addresses this challenge with a cloud-based curriculum-aligned platform that centralizes all school operational tasks into a single interface. It reduces teacher workload by automating admin tasks, connects lesson planning directly to timetables and curriculum codes, centralizes communication across teachers, technicians, reprographic staff, and administrators, and provides real-time resource tracking and budget forecasting. By replacing 5 to 10 disconnected systems with one subscription, Lesson Flow saves schools time, money, and energy, transforming school operations from fragmented and reactive to seamless and efficient. The UK has over 24,000 schools, each facing pressure to improve operational efficiency while addressing critical teacher retention challenges. As I've mentioned before, 1 in 10 teachers leave annually, making workload reduction urgent. The UK EdTech market is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 22.9%, reaching $13.11 billion by 2026. Schools are increasingly adopting cloud-based platforms to streamline operations, manage resources, and support teacher satisfaction. Lesson Flow's modular subscription model is scalable and adaptable, suitable for small local schools and large multi-academy trusts alike. By offering a single platform that replaces multiple disconnected systems, Lesson Flow is perfectly positioned to capture this expanding market and become the go-to solution for schools' operations.
Hi, I'm Nurain, and I'm taking off from where Amy stopped. And so, who exactly is our target market? Now, we're starting with UK schools where the pain points are sharpest. Teachers save time planning and booking resources. Technicians and reprographic staff get organized prep and print orders. Department heads finally see real-time budgets. Covered teachers are able to access ready lessons instantly, and administrators manage everything from one system. In short, Lesson Flow supports the entire school ecosystem and not just one group. So that's who we're targeting inside the schools. But the bigger question is, how exactly are we solving their day-to-day problems? And so let's look at how Lesson Flow directly meets those needs. Now, every big school pain point has a direct solution in Lesson Flow. Teachers get timetable linked lesson plans, resource booking and inventory are automated, staff are able to communicate in one place, leaders track spending in real time. And so it's not just features with Lesson Flow, it's the exact answers that the schools have been asking for a long time. And so you can see that Lesson Flow's features match exactly what the schools want. But of course, schools already have options in the market. And so the key difference is how exactly do we compare to these existing solutions? Now, our competitors focus on one slice of the market. It's either they're focusing on labs, or they're focusing on lessons plan, or they're focusing on compliance. And then they have to juggle between 5 to 10 different systems. What Lesson Flow does is that it replaces all of them with one platform. We integrate planning, we integrate booking, we integrate reprographics, we integrate compliance and budgeting. And so it allows us to scale from single schools to multi-campus trust or multi-academic trust. That is our edge. One system, all departments, any size.
Hello, Emmanuel here. In addition to what Nurain said, one of our biggest differentiators is our infrastructure and sustainability model. We run a modern web stack, React.js on the front end, Node.js on the back end, PostgreSQL for reliable data, all hosted on AWS for enterprise reliability and elastic scaling. Security is non-negotiable. We encrypt data at rest with AES 256, enforce role-based access, and maintain full GDPR compliance. So every user, whether teacher or admin, only accesses what they should. Architecturally, we are cloud-first SaaS with modular APIs, which makes integration with schools, MIS, and reprography system straightforward, while leaving room for AI enhancements by 2028, like predictive planning and inventory forecasting. And importantly, we are built for sustainability, lean development, continuous curriculum updates, and strong unit economics targeting high gross margins. One subscription replaces multiple disconnected tools like keeping costs predictable for schools. In short, Lesson Flow is secure by design, built to scale, and efficient to run, delivering reliability today with innovation runway for tomorrow. Let's look at the pricing strategy of Lesson Flow. Our pricing is simple, transparent, and built to fit school workflows. So department can start small and grow. The starter plan starts as $39.99 per month for pilots or for single departments. Up to 5 users call lesson planning. The growth plan starts at $99.99 per month for mid-sized schools up to 15 users and adds curriculum templates and safety compliance. While the Pro plan starts at $149.99 per month for larger schools and adds reprographics, integration, inventory, and budget tracking. For the enterprise plan, it starts as between $250 to $750 plus per month, and it's also customizable. And it's targeted towards the maths and colleges and international schools. Unlimited users, MIS integration, premium onboarding, multi-campus support, and AI forecasting also is included in this plan. Across all tiers, the value proposition is clear. One subscription to replace 5 to 10 disconnected systems, reducing logins, errors, and cost, while aligning with real workflows. Most schools begin with starter or growth, then scale to pro or enterprise as adoption expands. This ladder keeps entry friction low while creating clear upgrade paths for schools. So our pricing model is aligned to value, easy to start, compelling to scale, and designed for real school budgets.
It has often been said that with great power comes great responsibility. With a unique infrastructure like ours, there's a demand for a unique team to drive this infrastructure. And so Emmanuel has shared a lot about the infrastructure and our sustainability metrics put in place. So, but what this product demands is we need to have early evangelists, early adopters. And for that to be possible, we need to have a stellar user interface, user experience. We have to have a stellar understanding of the compliance laws in the UK and the various countries we're going to be going to. We need to have someone that is passionate about the product, someone that understands the pain point, right? We need to understand logistics, global supply chain management, and procurement. We also need to understand cloud infrastructure and the changing tides. And that's what every single member of this team brings together, as much as they bring the business understanding, because every single one of us have at one point either handled the business or advised for a business, and more importantly, startups. And so this is how we intend to run it, with aggressive marketing in our side. We intend to take lesson flow to the various parts of the world, but launching in the UK. So this is what our future roadmap looks like at a glance. What drives this are the partnerships, from partnering with influencers, from partnering with conferences, fellowships, and workshops to give us keynote opportunities to talk about what Lesson Flow is doing, revolutionizing educational system in the UK and the rest part of the world. Now we're thinking outside the UK, we're looking at the US, we're looking at Australia, right? These are environments that their edtech has already even started. So we're going there to build upon what has already been done. So it's why we use what we have gathered from the expansion in the UK to build on these platforms. And even the AI enhancement will come from the various pain points we have observed from these various regions. All right. Now you're talking distribution strategy. How are we going to do this? So it's a software as a system model. But what that means for us is it's still a business to business model, right? We're not working with the end user, we're working with the teachers, we're working for them, right? And so we have a direct sales approach. We're going to the institutions, we're going to the Department of Education, we're going to the skills building agency. These are people that would advocate for what we are doing, because like I mentioned, we want early adopters. Of course, it's a new system, it's a novel system. So we have an onboarding process. What this is for us is we have comprehensive trainings, both pre-recorded and real time. And we have webinars that we'll be scheduling quarterly, monthly, just to make people get abreast with what Lesson Flow is all about, and to answer the questions that they cannot ask us even on our systems. And we have the scalable infrastructure. So we want them to tell us what the pain points are, tell us what is not working. And with our lean development system, we make sure that the infrastructure is upscaled to what works best for our users.
Thank you, Gary. Moving to the financials and funding section. Our total funding asked for the realization of Lesson Flow's immense potential is 240,000. A quick breakdown of that is 37,000 is towards MVP development. Now, as described by Emmanuel in the earlier sections, that is going towards the development of a reliable and scalable platform that is secure, with all the features as described, and that is also going to cater for the post-development fees. That includes the testing as well. And then he also mentioned this is a cloud-based platform, and those cloud services, the hosting and the database management are going to be carried by the budget of 18,000. The distribution strategy described by Gare, just the previous section, is going to be carried by the 15,000. That's the marketing and sales budget. Then the 150,000 is for key hires. That's in marketing and customer services. That is targeted towards the improvement and the enhancement of the user engagement and the user experience when using Lesson Flow. So on average, we forecast to be able to break even in year 2 around Q3. That's based on the assumption that we have 15 users in year 1, 100 users in year 2, and 300 users in year 3. Those 300 users will lead us to an annual revenue of $790,000 with a net profit of $233,000. So the edtech sector in the UK is currently a high value sector, with a high EBITDA multiples of about 5x, and that positions Lesson Flow for potential strategic acquisition within 5 to 7 years, leading to great rewards for the investors. We do acknowledge there are some challenges that have been realized with the sector, that ranging from long procurement cycles, the price sensitivity among the schools, and also competition, both current and the one that might emerge during the growth phase of the product. And we intend to mitigate these challenges by, one, focusing on compliance and the use of pilot versions of the product, and also using tiered pricing to cater for the different budget levels, and creating moats around the project by key alliances with strategic partners um, like the MAT, and focusing on UX and user engagement.
Lesson Flow is transforming education by reducing administrative burdens and empowering teachers to focus on what matters most: their students and them learning. We invite strategic investors and collaborators to join us, with the potential for significant returns in a rapidly growing edtech market. Next steps include scheduling follow-up meetings to explore detailed financial models and taking a deeper dive into Lesson Flow's vision and growth roadmap. Together, we can make school operations smarter, more efficient, and supportive of teachers and learners everywhere, ultimately creating a better learning experience for every student. Thank you for your time.